friends, welcome back to Sparkle Pixie. Today I'm going to try something new again. I've never used Resincrete before, so I've seen lots of other people use it, but I've never used it, so I'm gonna learn how to use it today with you. So we need a mixing stick, something to weigh our stuff on, and it's 100 grams of powder to 30 grams of water. So I'm going to try and get this open. Okay, it's well sealed. And I think I'm going to put my gloves on because I don't really want to get powder all over me. Okay, so I need 100 grams of this to 30 grams of water. So I don't know. I don't have a little shovel. Looks like I need something better than my little tiny spoons. Let's see. Oh, dropping everything on the floor as usual. Okay, we're at 40. Oh, can you see my scale there? I think you can, but we're at 43, 60, 70, 80, 90, 96, 99, 100. Okay. Oops. I'm at 104. Well, I suppose I could try and scoop out like 4 grams. 101. That works. We'll settle for 101. Okay. And so now, probably don't want to be breathing that in. So now we need, we'll tear that, and we need 30 grams of water. Six, 30, perfect. All right, and now we get mixing. So let's mix this up. Okay, that mixes quite easily, actually. I don't know how much my mold it needs that I'm going to use. I was going to use a little house fold here. Sorry, I'm gonna use this little house mold here. It makes a little, what do you call it? Tea light holder. So I will, we'll use this. Oops, there's a little bit of dried powder on the edge there. I don't want to. Let's make sure that's all well mixed. Okay, so it has a pot life of about 60 to 90 says we don't add pigment while mixing. Well, I think I'm just going to do straight white, because this is the first time I've made it. And I want to see how it goes. So this is the base. We'll start with the base. I think I'm going to have to mix more, which is fine. I don't know if it's a little lumpy yet, or it looks clear, but when I'm pouring, it looks like there's some lumpy bits coming out. I don't know. Okay. That bit's filled up. And let's do the next bit. Yeah, I think there's a few little bits in it. Oh, hopefully this works. Okay, 2 bits done. Doesn't look like there's any bubbles in it. Whoops. Okay. Start on the side piece, but I think we might need to mix up some more after that, which is fine. I'd kind of rather not have leftovers of this because I'm not sure what I'd do with it. Okay. Let's see, I don't know if I can scrape this last little bit out here. Can you see what I'm doing there? Did not need to kind of hit the windows there. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of a tapping here to try and get any bubbles out. Hopefully there won't be any. And get my scale again. And I am going to mix up another 100 to 30 grams. Let's see, 200 to see, like 200 feels like too much, but 100 I think might not be enough because I have these two pieces, that piece, and that piece. All right, I guess we'll do 200. I'm gonna mix up another 200 and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done was I did 150 grams of powder and 45 grams of water. And I'm just mixing that up so that we can get the last few pieces of my mold done. I want to make sure it's nice and smooth. It's still got a few little lumps in there. Scrape the bottom. Kind of reminds me of mixing up like a cornstarch slurry for when you're making gravy. Make sure you get it all nice and smooth so you don't have lumpy gravy. Alright, I think we're good. And I think we can turn this around so that you guys can see a little better. And we will start pouring. Gonna do one more quick stir, just make sure I don't see any lumps. It looks smooth to me. All right, let's go. Alrighty, so I think we have enough. We might even have a little bit extra with 150, so I'm glad I didn't do 200. I was going, 200 feels like too much, 100 doesn't feel like enough. And I'm going like, duh, 150. 150 of powder and, whoops, 45 of water would be the same ratio. Okay, I do have a little bit left. I can top this up a little bit. It is all nice and, I don't know if you have to dome this like you do resin. That's a good question. I don't know if it shrinks. It doesn't really say. Like I said, I've watched other people use it, but I don't remember whether they didn't really mention doming it up or anything, but I do want to make sure it's full. I don't want it to overflow, and I do want to make sure that I stick my finger in it, of course. So typically me. Okay. So we'll top that one up. Now this is supposed to be demoldable in half an hour, so I have a little bit left. And I have something not really in it, but right there, I don't know what that is. No clue. Okay, so I have a little bit left. So let's see, what should I try putting it in? I don't know if there's enough to go in there. Well, we'll find out. This is one of my little bunny rabbits. Let's see how it works. in a bunny rabbit. I don't think I've ever seen anybody really do it in a really 3D mold. Use Resincrete, or like there's all sorts of these things on the market these days. Like the one I just happened to buy was Resincrete. It was easily available to me on Amazon. There are other ones out there, like what do they call them? Eco Pores, and I don't know what the other brand names are. There's not really quite enough for my poor bunny. Maybe if I had a nice spatula, I could really scrape this out, but it's not really scraping very well. Yeah, no, there's not enough. Well, we have a partial bunny. I mean, that's like a tiny bit. This one's looking a little funky on the edges where I stuck my finger in it. Yeah, that's starting to harden up already. That first pour I did. Okay, so half an hour, we should be ready to demold. I'll see you then. Okay, I think it's been about 30 minutes. I didn't put a timer on, so I did mix up a little bit more to finish off the bunny, and that seems to be touch dry. Seems quite hard. And then because I had mixed up a little bit more to finish off the bunny, I had a little bit extra, so I decided to do a little experiment. So this one, I dusted my mold with mica powder quickly. Not necessarily a very good job, but I did it. And then this one, I put a little bit of mica powder in the Resincrete. So I'm going to gently take out this one. Yeah, I missed a few spots. And it either isn't dry enough or I don't know. So I'm probably going to wait a little. I don't know, let's see. Could also be just, it's a really small mold. Maybe not the best mold to do this in. Yeah, there's a little bit left behind in there too. All right, before I demold the last one, I'm gonna leave it a little longer. But it did pick up the mica powder. So that's an interesting thing to know, even if I'm probably demolding these too soon because it probably hasn't been half an hour for those. It's probably been a half an hour since I did these, but not the roses. So that's my bad. So I will probably wait a little longer to demold these, and that just to be sure. I'm rushing things here. All right, so I'll be back in I'll give it like another hour or something. Okay, so it's definitely been half an hour now. So let's try unmolding this rose and see if we get better. Yeah, I was just trying to demold it too quick. And you can definitely tell it's a little bit purple, but not as vibrant as this one was. So now we'll try the little bunny mold. See how it turned out. Oh, that came out really cute. That'd be perfect. That's perfect for painting. Okay, so now let's try our little tea light holder. Oh, that came out beautiful. Oh, let's see, that's the base. Not a bubble in sight. Lovely. Ow! Look at what you want. What? I'm not talking to you, Luca. So let's take this piece out. Ah, lovely, perfect, not a bubble. Not a bubble. And this side piece here. Yeah, okay, there's a little bit of overpour around the windows, but it just, like at this stage anyway, it just pops right off. That's nice. Okay, and we'll do the roof. So the 2 roof pieces. Okay, that's, like, there's not a bubble, but there's a weird, I don't know if this one's overpoured or this didn't get quite far enough to the edge, I don't know. Or if it's a mold defect. This one's much straighter. Okay, that's enough. I don't know why, but my cat's here trying to get my attention. And there's that side piece. So now these go together like this and sit on the base like this, I believe. This one goes on the back. And they have the nice little notches to hold it together. Oh! Now there's a cat on the back of my chair. This is very odd. He doesn't usually bother me when I'm in here. Yeah. Okay, it's not. There we go. Now it's in the thing. I think it goes this way. Do you think the... Let's see. How does this go? Does it go like... Nope, I think it goes this way. Yeah, that would make more sense, I think. And this just fits in there. Yeah, I think okay. I think I domed it and I shouldn't have, because those are not fitting in there. So I might have to sand those down. Yeah, they're not fitting in the holes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sanding to get the roof to sit on there, which I will do tomorrow, because I think they need like a full 24 hours to finish hardening up and be ready to be finished. You can, well, you need to seal it with something, but we'll see what we come up with tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. It has been at least 24 hours and I've sprayed these with, we use this Mod Podge Gloss Clear Acrylic Sealer. So they've been sealed and it hasn't been going very well. I was having trouble with getting the roof to fit on the little tabs that were on the walls, and they ended up breaking. I was trying to fit them together and I got them together and then I was taking it off and they just broke right off in my hand. I don't know if it's something I did or if I didn't leave it to dry long enough. Like, it's been a full 24 hours before I tried to sand it and do this, and I don't know. I would say I would try it again, but sometime in the future. But what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to glue the little house together and then leave it, like you can take it on and off the stand as one piece, if that makes sense. So I will glue it together with you. And so yeah, it fits together nicely. The house itself fits fine. But then the roof is the problem. Like, this one broke off. I don't know if you can see there quite a bit. Can you see what I'm doing there? Yeah. So I'm just gonna glue the roof on like that. But I'm gonna glue the sides together first. So, and I think I'm just gonna use my E6000 because it's what I have handy. hopefully it will glue nicely. So I'm just going to fit a little glob in there. And take the side of the house, and glue it like that, and then stand it here because I want to make sure it gets the right size to fit in the groove for the house. And we'll get these glued on first, and then, oops, as usual I have this big glob here, so I'm just going to use a silicone tool to just, I don't mind if it's a little bit on the inside, but I don't want it showing on the outside, you know. Stick this in there, hopefully. There we go. And the back one, and do the same thing. Get some glue in there. Let's see this one. And we will try and slide these together. And that one gooped up on the outside, which I don't really want. What I may do here is take some of the glue and just go up the inside edges, just to give it a little sturdier amount of glue there without making a mess on the front. Just gonna keep doing this with my little silicone tool here, which I will then clean. Just running it up the edges there, like where the corners. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't really want it. I don't want to glue it to the base because then whoop, there'll be no way to get your candle in there. And this is a candle holder, so to be able to lift it off the base like that, but I'm trying to use the base to keep it square so that you can put it on the base. If you follow my meaning there. I feel like I'm getting glue everywhere. Yeah, I just got glue on the base, so I'm gonna have to take it off the base there. There. Hopefully that will stay square. And then I am just going to, let's put the base over there for a minute. I'm going to try to glue, oopsie, it's jiggly. I think we're gonna have to wait for that glue to dry before we're ready to put the roof on. So I'm just gonna wait for this glue to dry, and then I will be back when it's time to put the roof on. Okay, I don't think it's completely dry, but I think it's dry enough that I can try and put the roof on now. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue right along here, and hopefully this will be enough to hold. Now which one goes on this side? I think this one. No, that one goes on this side, so this one. sort of fits on here. Come on. There we go. Okay. I realize, in retrospect, this is actually kind of a Christmassy house. And not really going with the fall theme that I was trying to go for this month, but that's okay. We'll probably redo this Christmas time and do like a little gingerbread theme, but I'm actually, fall is not my favorite season. I know, some of you are going like, oh, sacrilege. But no, it's not. Where I live, fall is, you know, rainy. Tends to be more rainy than sunny. We don't get those crisp, cool days that people like and talk about. We get cold, damp days. That, oops. There we go. All right. So that is all stuck together. We seem to be doing good there. Anyway, yeah, our days are cold and rainy, although this year's been pretty nice. But yeah, generally speaking, the trees that we have are coniferous, so that there's some color, like there's some trees that change color, but a lot of the trees are coniferous, and so they just stay green, which is nice in winter. But you know, the things that a lot of people associate with fall are like the beautiful tree colors and the cold, crisp mornings and things like that. We don't tend to get that where I live, so yeah. So fall to me is just kind of gloomy, but now Christmas, when all the lights come out and everything, now we're talking. All right, so this is complete. Will it fit on the? Will it fit in the bottom? Yeah, the bottom's still moving there. There we go. Yeah, it fits on the little plate. It's finished. I'm a little disappointed in the EcoPore, or the Resincrete. It is eco. It says water-based eco, but the Resincrete, I don't like. I followed their directions of 10 to 3 based water by weight. As far as I can tell, I did that correct. I left it like it does. It says it can be demolded in 30 minutes. It doesn't say. It doesn't say how long to let it wait. Yeah, it didn't say to let it wait 24 hours or anything before finishing or anything like that. It just says pigments, yeah, pour the mixture to mold, tap 30 seconds or 30 minutes. Doesn't even really say. Oh yeah. Sorry, I can't find where it says to use acrylic finishing. Please note adhere to dimensioned ratios for mixing. If you exceed the specified water proportion, it could result in unsatisfactory finished product. I did not exceed the water, so I don't know why these little tabs broke off. Just like I wasn't putting particular pressure on them. I'd sanded the little thingies, the little tabs, because they were too big to fit in the holes. So I sanded them down a little bit, put it on, unless maybe there was a bubble in there that I didn't get out. That's the only thing I can think of. So I'm willing to accept that the problem could have been me. But I did do everything according to the directions as far as I can tell. So it could have been a bubble. That's the only thing I can think of. That maybe there was a bubble inside and I couldn't see it and it created a weak point. That's really the only thing I can think of. Anyway, I've babbled. We will try this again. Probably not next week, but we'll give it a little time. I'll do more looking into it. Sorry, I'm just making sure it's nice and adhering. It turned, like, it looks cute. I'm happy with the way it looks. Sorry, it's out of here. You can't really even really see it there. Do this. And there you can see it. So you can see it's got, wasn't really thinking about the fact that it has like snow on it, but, and that's probably a little more wintry than fall, but we will return to this in Christmas season, and I will do both a resin pour and another Resincrete pour, I think. I really was excited about the Resincrete because you can use it to make candle holders for actual candles, not just the little electric tea lights that you use with resin. So that's why I was excited. I wanted to see what it looked like. But yeah, this has me baffled. Like, the rest of it is fine. Just these like, and it happened on all 4 of them, right? Like, it wasn't just one of them. So yeah. All right, well, that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Remember to be kind to yourself and others, and spread a little sparkle this week. Bye. See you next Friday.